The king! I am the thing of legend! The thing that your mama told you, don't go outside, cause you'll get fucked up. I'm what's waiting on you in the dark.
Wagwan, it's your humble host, Big Truck. Hey, yo, shout out to my homegirl, Miss April Chapman. Please go to the Queen's channel, show her some love. She's doing an amazing job. We're going to sit back and we're going to listen how Jasmine Crockett blames everybody else except taking a look at herself. Grab a shoulder pads and your helmet and peep this out.
Hey, y'all, go look at this.
We're gonna talk about it, y'all. We're gonna talk about why did Jasmine Crockett lose her Senate race. Let's take a look at this.
Look at Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate right now. U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico, a state.
Well, y'all see it yourself. She lost that one. That's a loss.
State representative. We're waiting for James Tallarico. We're thinking he's going to speak. He is up. He's got 850,000 votes. And Jasmine Crockett from Dallas County has 764,000. So that distance, that 5% distance, has held pretty firm for a long time.
Now that people have been disenfranchised. The polls were supposed to stay open until 9, according to a court order. The Supreme Court, just a few.
But let me say this. If you're not coming up with solutions, why should an individual or individuals have faith in you and vote for you? Okay. It's already been highlighted that modern feminist women, black women particularly, crashing out. Okay. But why are you crashing out? She lost fair and square. She should take her L, go back to the crib, perfect your craft, look at where you went wrong at, fix it, and prepare for the next run.
Ago, just said shut it down. The Supreme Court also said that they are to separate any votes out that came in after 7 p.m.
Earlier today, Crockett stopped by several polling locations on her way from Houston up here to Dallas, including one in Oaklawn. Throughout her campaign, Crockett has built on the message that she is a fighter. She even called herself a street fighter. She has told voters that Texas needs an independent voice who's willing to go toe-to-toe with Republicans and energize the Democratic base. Heading into election.
I'm sorry. I don't see Jasmine Crockett doing that. I really don't. From what I've seen from her, where's that strongness? Where's that good energy? Where is that individual that comes with solutions? Because as long as you sat in that Senate seat, I didn't see anything. I just see you go back and forth, you know, kikiing and ghetto fabulous and shit, with your eyelashes and your nails, bringing your hood tactics to the Senate seat. That's what I see.
Crockett had some major backing with big endorsements from music artist Cardi B and a late endorsement from Kamala Harris. When Crockett addressed her supporters, she told them, please enjoy the night, stay, but she will likely not be coming back to address them, as she believes the results in this race will not be final until tomorrow, as those Dallas County numbers likely won't be counted.
So the first thing I need to do is we need to start with Jasmine's first mistake. Okay, Jasmine Crockett, she believed the same lie that many Democrats believe about black voters. And it's that they believe that if you just roll out a rapper or a celebrity or just somebody from pop culture, that suddenly black people will just line up like obedient voters and do what we're told.
That's just going to help. But they must didn't get the memo when Kamala Harris was running. And the celebrities was used as puppets. And Cardi B, she shouldn't be talking no damn way. She got too much on her plate.
Listen up, y'all. Early primary voting is happening right now in Texas. And we need Jasmine Crockett to win. She is running for U.S. Senate.
No,
and if you want somebody that's going to fight for your right, if you want somebody to fight for your community, if you want somebody that's going to
She's not doing neither.
and represent you and represent your issues, please vote for my sister Jasmine Crockett. Because one thing about it, she's gonna fight her best. She's gonna fight.
She ain't gonna do shit. I'll fight for Ice Cube. Y'all saw what Ice Cube did? Ice Cube opened up his own institute. Because I'm from LA. You have a homeless issue going on there. He opened up an institute that will help homeless people, give them free health care, free lodging, and for those to be rehabilitated, to get themselves back on track. News media didn't cover that. He brought a problem to the table and left with a solution. Way to go, Ice Cube. That's the person you vote for.
Y'all, I'm telling you, the moment I saw that clip of Cardi B endorsing Jasmine Crockett, I was like, yeah, it's over. She done. I knew it was over. Done, finished, stick a fork in it. You can't win this thing. Let it go. Listen, I'm telling you, Democrats are truly the party of low expectations. Okay, Kamala did this because, y'all, this is what they think we like. They think y'all like this stuff. And Jasmine did this because this is who they want Black people to be. Democrat strategy toward Black voters has basically become send the rappers, send the hoes, make sure they twerk, send.
And the fucked up part about all of this is when you take it to the internet, you take it to TikTok, how a large number of Black women crashing out, and then they add into it. Then they sitting up there pointing fingers at Black men for not stepping up. My question is this, now that I really took the time to stomach it, those women that are on social media, on TikTok, making these videos, crashing out, pointing fingers at Black men, are y'all paid agents? Anybody paying y'all? And if so, who is it?
Chaos, scream racism, racism, I hate Trump, orange man bad, and the collective spamming of all of that together. You're supposed to look at all of that and say, you know what? Since Cardi B endorsed her, I sure is confident that she can do the job now. It's insulting. Why do y'all keep doing this? Surely with the advent of social media, you have heard so many of us Black folks say, we don't want this and we don't take you seriously. This is just insulting. Okay, it assumes that Black voters are just low information, easily manipulated, and just politically unserious. It's so insulting at this point.
Yes, it is. And also it's insulting to Black men because modern feminist Black women looking for someone to blame want to start pointing fingers at Black men for not stepping up, for not voting for her because she's a Black woman. Don't want to see a Black woman in power. Don't want to see a Black woman in the Senate seat. Don't want to see a Black woman thriving. It has nothing to do with that. But once again, it goes back to Adam and Eve. The devil knew who to manipulate. The devil knew who to come for first. Came for the woman.
It assumes that Black voters are low information, easily manipulated, and just politically unserious. Now, sadly, y'all ain't gonna like this, okay?
But I will say this. During this last presidential election, Black men said, fuck that. Now we see it. And it wasn't just the large number of Black men's vote. How come y'all not coming for a large number of those Black women's vote? Yeah. It was a large number of Black women's vote that voted for Trump. Come on now. But you see the narratives. You see? Folk don't like it when the truth is staring their ass right in the face.
Now, let's be honest about something, okay? Jasmine Crockett, she's not unintelligent. That's what's so disappointing about her rise and her fall from grace. This woman has the ability, because we've seen her do it, to present herself with professionalism when she wants to. But instead, she chooses to build a brand around ghettofied chaos. All of arguing and the outbursts on the congressional floor, the inflammatory rhetoric, the constant accusations of racism. Take a look at this.
Let me ask you about a quote that you've made that has some Democrats worried about your ability to win statewide. In a December 2024 Vanity Fair profile, you talked about, quote, and I'm going to read a lot of the quotes just to put it in the context, quote, all the complexities within the Latino community. The immigration thing has always been something that has perplexed me about this community. It's basically like, I fought to get here, but I left y'all where I left y'all, and I want no more y'all to come here. If I wanted to be with y'all, I would stay with y'all, but I don't want y'all coming to my new home. It almost reminds me of what people would talk about when they would talk about kind of like slave mentality and the hate that some slaves would have for themselves. It's almost like a slave mentality that they have. Now, about the time that that was published last year, around 1 million Latino voters in Texas were voting for Trump. Do they all have slave mentality?
No, and that's not what that said at all, to be clear. It did not say that every Latino has that type of mentality.
No, but the ones that vote for people who believe in strong or Trump's immigration policies.
So I don't believe that the people that voted for Trump believe in what they're actually getting.
There it is. She did it again. We played back what she said, and then she has the nerve to say, well, I don't believe that the people who voted for Trump understand what they're getting.
No, they know what they're getting. The Latino voters, they know what they're getting when they voted for Trump. Blacks knew what they were getting voting for Trump. Whites that voted for Trump knew what they were getting. Every other race knew what they were getting by voting for Trump. Because during Trump's election speeches and his tour, he told you what he was going to do for you. Kamala Harris never told you what she was going to do for you.
Ma'am, what we voted for is what we wanted. We wanted someone tough on crime who's going to close the border and stop giving our resources to illegals. You see, it's the mind-numbing rhetoric. She is so stuck in this enclave of progressive leftist policies that she doesn't have sense enough to know that the people in her state do not want overwhelmingly what she is selling. And then saying that Trump voters don't actually believe, that they actually don't know what they're getting, as if, listen, that now that I think about it, that's really insulting. You know why? Because Donald Trump, he's not the most winsome communicator, but he drills it down and makes it very simple. He doesn't overcomplicate it. And even a kindergartner can understand what his policy objectives were.
And also, Donald Trump is a businessman. You got to understand how a businessman thinks. Okay? There's a lot of good that Donald Trump has done already that has not been highlighted and talked about on the internet nor the news. But so much negative has been put out there. That's why you can't trust the news media.
In this moment, this is an example of one of the things, the inflammatory statements that Jasmine Crockett makes, that when confronted on her foolishness, she will just outright lie and say that that's not what she said. When we sat there and heard her say that the Latinos, that's the they she was referring to, it's like they have a slave mentality. Did you really think that you would win a primary or a statewide race in a state like Texas with such a huge minority population by implying that they have a slave mentality simply because they ideologically disagree with you and they find commonality with Donald Trump? Read the room. If you really wanted to stay in power, you wouldn't have been team open borders.
Thank you. So basically, Jasmine Crockett fucked herself